Welcome to Mind Flip, the channel that explores wild hypotheticals and mind-bending scenarios. Today we're diving into a sugar-coated fantasy that might just make your dentist cry. What if we only ate dessert? Buckle up, sweet tooths, as we embark on the saccharine journey. If you're ready to indulge in this delectable thought experiment, hit that like button and let's dig in. The sweet life imagine. Waking up to a world where breakfast is a slice of chocolate cake, lunch is a bowl of ice cream, and dinner is a stack of cookies. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Well, hold on to your taste buds because we're about to explore the consequences of the sugar-fueled utopia. Sugar rush and crash. Remember that time you ate an entire bag of Halloween candy and felt like you could conquer the world? Now imagine feeling that way all the time. Constantly consuming sugary treats would lead to a never-ending cycle of sugar rushes and crashes. Our energy levels would be as unpredictable as a toddler on a trampoline, making it nearly impossible to focus on anything other than our next sugar fix. Dental disaster. If you thought your dentist was disappointed in you now, just wait until you tell them about your all-dessert diet. Our teeth would be under constant assault from the sugars and acids found in sweet treats. Cavities would become as common as sprinkles on a cupcake, and tooth decay would spread faster than gossip at a high school reunion. Dentists might actually start looking forward to our visits, if only to marvel at the dental destruction. Weight worries. While some might think an all-dessert diet would lead to instant weight gain, the reality is a bit more complicated. Sure, we'd probably pack on some pounds initially, but our bodies would likely adapt to the new normal. However, this doesn't mean we'd be healthy. We'd likely experience malnutrition, muscle loss, and a host of other health issues. Our bodies would be more confused than a cat in a dog park. The great flavor fatigue. At first, eating nothing but desserts might seem like a dream come true. But as the days turn into weeks and the weeks into months, even the most die-hard sweet tooth would start to crave anything different. The thought of another slice of cake might make you want to scream, "Let them eat broccoli." Flavor fatigue would set in, and we'd find ourselves longing for the simple pleasure of a crisp apple or a juicy steak. Economic impact. An all-dessert world would have far-reaching economic consequences. The agriculture industry would undergo a massive shift, with farmers abandoning traditional crops in favor of sugarcane, cocoa, and vanilla. Livestock farmers would be out of luck, unless they could figure out how to turn cows into walking ice cream machines. The restaurant industry would be turned upside down, with pastry chefs becoming the new rock stars of the culinary world. Social implications. Our social lives would revolve around sugar in ways we never imagined. Birthday parties would lose their special charm when every day is a cake day. Romantic dates might involve sharing a giant sundae instead of a candlelit dinner. And let's not even get started on how this would affect our dating profiles. Swipe right if you prefer chocolate to vanilla. The great sugar shortage. As demand for sugar and other sweet ingredients skyrocketed, we'd likely face shortages and price hikes. Black markets for rare and exotic sweets would emerge. Imagine a world where people trade illegal soufflés in dark alleys or smuggle contraband cotton candy across borders. It would be like prohibition, but with more sprinkles and less moonshine. Healthcare crisis. Our healthcare system would be overwhelmed by a tidal wave of sugar-related ailments. Hospitals would need to expand their endocrinology departments to handle the influx of diabetes cases. Nutritionists would become obsolete, replaced by deserticians, specializing in balancing your daily intake of cookies and cake. The pharmaceutical industry would shift its focus to developing insulin alternatives and cavity-fighting wonder drugs. Environmental impact. The environmental consequences of our sweet tooth takeover would be significant. Increased sugar production would lead to more deforestation and water usage. The demand for ingredients like cocoa and vanilla would put immense pressure on the ecosystems where these crops are grown. We might see the rise of lab-grown desserts as a more sustainable alternative, leading to heated debates about the merits of real versus artificial sweets. Adaptation and evolution over time. Our bodies might start to adapt to this new sugary reality. Future generations could develop superpowered pancreases capable of handling massive sugar loads. Our taste buds might evolve to detect subtle flavor differences in various types of sugar, much like wine connoisseurs can distinguish between grape varietals. Who knows? We might even start photosynthesizing our own glucose. The savory underground. In this dessert-dominated world, a resistance movement would inevitably emerge. Underground clubs would form where people gather to indulge in illicit, savory snacks. Speakeasies serving vegetables and lean proteins would pop up in back alleys. Cookbooks for savory dishes would become coveted contraband, passed down in secret from generation to generation. The Great Dessert Detox. Eventually, society would reach a tipping point. The constant sugar high would become too much to bear, and a mass movement towards dietary balance would begin. Detox centers would spring up, offering programs to help people rediscover the joys of a varied diet. The first bite of a crisp, fresh salad would bring tears to people's eyes as they remember what it's like to eat something that doesn't make their teeth ache. Conclusion. While the idea of an all-dessert diet might seem tempting at first glance, the reality would be far from sweet. From health crises to economic upheaval, the consequences would be far-reaching and profound. But hey, at least we'd all have a great excuse for our sugar crashes. That's all for today's mind-flipping scenario. If you enjoyed the sugary adventure, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to MindFlip for more thought-provoking content. And remember, the next time you're tempted to overindulge in sweets, be thankful that vegetables exist, even if you don't always want to eat them.